Good afternoon and welcome to Mill Street for week 7 of the Waikato Club season. We have Fraser Tech 4th on the ladder currently at home taking on Morrinsville. They're 7th place. My name is Bevin Jenkinson. As usual, really good to have you wherever you are tuning into the live stream. Alongside me today I have Nick Shoston. G'day Nick, how you going?
Good, thank you. Good to be here today. Looking forward to this match.
We're having a look at the weather and seems to be okay at the moment.
Yeah, good conditions. Watching the game before, it's a little bit slippery underfoot, but certainly dry. And it's not like it's about to start raining anytime soon.
Well, I was actually having a bit of a run on the touchline for the Bees game, and I was quite glad in my sand shoes I didn't slip over. A few knock-ons. Anyway, big moment today, as you will see now. Peniasi Iowane for Fraser Tech. Very special moment for him here. 200 games, 100's a significant event. One of his kids, I think it's his daughter that's running out with him there as the Fraser Tech team comes out. Real special moment for Peniasi. Talking to a few people during the weekend today, not one bad word said against him, really. Really nice guy, they all say.
Yeah, brilliant to see someone cap such a milestone out there. Team are getting around him now, and a very special moment for him. I'm sure Fraser Tech will want to put on a good performance for that man. I'm sure we'll see some big things from him today.
Well, as the table stands currently, Nick, Fraser Tech win today could lock up the top 4 for semi-finals with 2 weeks to go. Morrinsville, though, if they manage to win, they've got to buy the last game, and if they win next week, mathematical chance of still making the playoffs. We'll try and keep an eye on the game down the road. Hautapu taking on Old Boys, which is another one that could decide the top 4 as we're waiting for Morrinsville to come out.
Yeah, you're right there. Fraser Tech currently 4th, and Morrinsville sitting in 8th. So Morrinsville could really disrupt things today for Fraser Tech. So they're going to have to put out a strong performance.
Yeah, they had a couple of big losses to start with, and then they had a draw in the Storm week against against Melville, at Melville on the Wednesday night, and then they managed to beat Old Boys 2 weeks ago before going down against Hautapu last week. So who knows? Could be a very interesting game.
Certainly will be. I'll tell you one thing, I'm looking forward to the centre clash between Bunce and Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney bringing up his 100 games a couple of weeks ago against the son of the great All Black Frank Bunce.
Yep.
So, and Jordan also known for his 7 style of play.
Yeah, looking forward to that today. Certainly a fan of mine in the past, Frank Bunce, known for his hard hitting and straight running. So, looking forward to seeing what his son puts out on the field today. And we know Dwayne Sweeney's a solid player, and he won't shy away from any runs, and certainly won't shy away from the tackle.
Yeah, well, he's 35, but he probably feels it after the game. But from what I hear, he's still got that running clear. And captain as well of Morrinsville.
Yeah.
And,
a lot of skill, a lot of experience. And I'll be looking for him to really retain. Sounds like they're coming out now as you can hear the voice sitting behind.
I think Ben Willerton, the referee for today, been giving them a bit of a carry up. Assisted by Nico Fox, who had a good game controlling the Bees, as well as Andrew Duff as assistants.
So, given the ball then to run out, and the boys gave him a little moment here, so obviously something significant for number 18.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything on him, but there's about 5 milestones this week.
Yeah.
Players bringing up 50 or 100 matches. So he's probably number 6. Man with the big beard there. Ben Willerton signals time on, and we're underway here at Mill Street. But ball goes down towards the 22, collected there by Dylan Nell, the man from Durban. Brings it up towards the 13 metres short of the halfway line now. Off to centre there, and now it's been taken back to the halfway up, 22. Now it's been charged down there from Brooke Tremaine and collected by Fraser Tech. Clint to Pyre. With it on the 22. Now it's Fraser Tech just bringing it inside now. Playing towards the stadium here at Mill Street. Now it's Peniasi Iowane on his 200. And, looking at the team's Facebook profiles last night, I thought this game would be pretty easy to call because 12 of the 15, starting 15 actually all had his profile pick as their main one. So it's just like, Penny passes it to Penny and Penny's underneath the posts.
Bringing in the guys to show their support that way. It looks like there's just been a little knock on there inside the 22. Boys just a little bit keen to get that ball going and made a little mistake there. So we give Morrinsville a little bit of time to regroup, look for the touch. Just been under a bit of pressure early on. They just need to make that first up hit, especially on the forwards.
Yes, thanks Simon Rayner for having that. I did forget today is being played for the Stivey Cup. Stivey Stevenson played for Fraser Tech before going and coaching Morrinsville halfway through the 2009 season. Unfortunately, he passed away suddenly. And for those of you unaware, 2009 actually was the last time Morrinsville won the premiership as well. So that's up for grabs today.
It's always good to have a little bit more to play for. And there we go, you see the first scrum goes down. It's just been blowing up. It's a little bit of sorting out going on in that front row.
As you said, mate, it's a bit soft underfoot, and B's game there was certainly a lot going down. So it is quite soft out there in regards to scrums. Nobody likes to see resets, but they are part and parcel of the game. So Daniel McCloyd feeding the ball, but they're going backwards. Fraser Tech have got a good shunt in here, but looks as though it's going to sit there for Morrinsville. Goes out to Sweeney, he's going to run it, but gets pushed back. Doesn't go anywhere inside the 22. Looks as though Morrinsville will try and clear the ball now. Comes back there for Tremaine, and he kicks it downfield. Finds Supply Cook Savage, who throws it in quick. Fraser Tech looking to play a fast game at the moment. Now it's good run here, and a big hit coming in for Villain Stafati. It sits there for Peniasi Iowane, just on the 22 metre line. Metre outside it now. Being swung out to Coombs Fabling. I think Morrinsville have been watching Fraser Tech recently because Coombs Fabling can really run. That back three that Fraser Tech have a really good ball runner. Sutty now inside the 22. 5 metres. Ball coming out left hand side, out towards. Oh, it's been intercepted here by Morrinsville. He could be away. It is going to be Callum Whitehead. Big chasing from Jordan Bunce. I don't think Jordan's going to get there. He just tips it. And what a try. Big Shoston, that was set up brilliantly.
That's a great try. He went for the big long pass. It's always risky, but sometimes you've just got to throw that ball. Bit of a speculator, and what a run. A great run from the wing there. Almost ran out of gas towards the end. It was a good chase, but he certainly had the legs, and they'll go up now. It's 5 points.
I would say too that Callum Whitehead knew who was chasing him too, and probably give Jordan Barnes another couple of metres or he caught him.
Oh, yeah.
But Callum got there in the end, so 5-0 early. Morrinsville have hit first, and a brilliant read of that ball in play. I don't know whether you saw Nick, but I had an awesome opportunity to interview Carlos Spencer a couple of weeks ago.
Yes,
and I asked him, does he still remember the 2003 semi-final when one of the Aussies took the Sterling Mortlock took that brilliant intercept. It was similar read really, as the conversion starts out right but comes back left and down the middle.
Well, that's a good start from Matt Lansdowne. He's made 3 or 4 big tackles. Certainly in that midfield, he's taken it upon himself to stand up there, and now he's kicked a vital conversion. So he'll be feeling pretty confident. The Morrinsville first 5. Lansdowne started really well.
Yeah, Fraser Tech have got a good goal kicker as well. Supply Cook Savage sitting third on the all-time on the season points currently with 51, 7 tries, which has him at the top of the tries standings. And short kick off here from Fraser Tech, collected there by Iowane. They've managed to get that kick off pretty well. Now it comes left hand side. And now Bunce with it. Looking for some support, goes towards the 10 metre line, but Fraser Tech have ripped it out of the one being actually Ben Willerton's playing an advantage for a knock on. And now a box kick through from McCoy. And to Brian Cook Savage, they don't want to give him any room to run. He gets caught on halfway. Been ripped but illegally. And just a bit of ill discipline there. And,
Main comes up at the bottom of that.
Yeah.
A little bit guilty. And a little wind here. We could be looking for some early points, maybe kick into that corner, but it's certainly a strong right from left here at the park.
He's in the centre of the field, but he's going to kick right. And it's actually a pretty decent nudge. Yeah, I was going to say the wind's kind of coming across his left shoulder, almost straight to where we are currently. Not too strong that probably it would put goal kicking off.
Yeah, certainly good conditions for rugby here, and the wind would give Fraser Tech a little bit of advantage. I think they'll be kicking into that sort of deep corner for most of the afternoon. Not sure how many points the wind will be worth there, but it's certainly going to give them the advantage to stay deep within the Morrinsville.
Well, Iowane's taking it off the line out, and Tech are looking to try and maul it, but Morrinsville holding currently. There's a pass out to Pie Cook Savage.
Where did that come from?
We are all going. That pass is. I think Tapai's picked one up from the sideline there and run it under, because no, I don't think anyone saw that pass.
Right, beautiful little work, good little snipe around the short side, and he's linked up really well with the wing. He's confidently burst through there and given the first 5 an easy kick here.
His 8th try this season, and Nick, I was going to ask at the last breakdown actually, Tech are wanting to play the game at a quick speed at the moment.
Yep.
The try Morrinsville scored, even though it was a great read, was against the run of play. But possibly something that Tech will continue at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. Most of the games certainly being played in the Morrinsville half. That was certainly a run against the play, but as we'll see, predominantly the ball kicked down into the Morrinsville quarter. That's where they'll scrum and maul and push around there. Certainly the Fraser Tech forwards are dominant at the moment. Morrinsville just guilty of missing a few of those first up tackles. Next.
On the way to the left.
Way to the left.
Yes, as I said earlier, that few milestones this weekend in club rugby. You've got James Seddon playing his 100th game for Morrinsville under 85s. It's his 170th game in all for the grade. Matt Lansdowne, who's out here as well, playing his 50th for Fraser Tech. Tama Ellsbury, his 100th for Tolpuri. And Sam Foster playing 100 for Ohapu. So a lot of club legends in there playing milestones, which is great to see. Kick from Morrinsville going deep, going short again and high. There's the 10 metre line gathered there. Now it's a run here for Hugo Nankervold. Good run. His powerful lead driver is Hugo. Sits there and a little cross kick coming in. It's going to great catch there for Whitehead again. Not having a bad game so far with the intercept try. And Morrinsville are 15 metres inside their own half, being flung out through the backs, but some quick hands. Tim Taylor, got a story about Tim Taylor coming up. And penalty for Fraser Tech, not releasing in the tackle. It's gone quickly, definitely not back 10. Reece Dickinson is the man who did it. Now it's up to George Dyer. On the 7 metres out from the line now is Fraser Tech. Right out to Bunce. Now it's being flung right hand side to Cook Savage. Just to wait for it. Got to watch his feet here. Good tackle there from Morrinsville. And Nankerville again, they're going to use him with his strong legs to carry that ball up over the advantage line. Nelly, he's being called up for an advantage for offside.
Yep, taking the advantage there, but they just couldn't get back fast enough. Again, seeing the Fraser Tech forwards just breaking that first tackle, just keeping that advantage line and keeping Morrinsville on that back foot. surely they'll take the points here. No, prove me wrong. Fraser Tech pretty confident here to keep it in forwards.
Yeah, well, they've mauled it a couple of times and been successful. So, kick for the quarter. And,
It's 2:58.
So I do apologise about the time. It was just going to be very rough because I thought I'd push start on it and I hadn't. So that time on the live stream is only just a rough time as the maul now onto the 5 metre line. Being held up, one of the Morrinsville players coming through to disrupt and knocked backwards is the call as Fraser Tech's now 4 metres short. Sit there for Jenkinson and called there for Fraser Tech going forward. Well, Nick, I think in the end, though they haven't converted into a try at the moment, right decision going for the corner there.
Yeah, well, so far the picking go's been pretty good from the Fraser Tech forwards. Can't complain. Mine's been good on D there though, so still restricting them from points. Another opportunity here to spoil it for the Tech boys. Looks like they're calling a move in the back there. Watch number 11. Just looking to sneak in. He's talking to his first 5 at the moment.
My name's Bevin Jenkinson. Great to have you wherever you are tuning in. Let us know in the comments who you're supporting, where you're watching. Don't always get around to them in the live stream currently, but I always do go back through the live stream afterwards and have a look. Comments are appreciated. Nick Shoston in comments as well today. And it's a steady scrum, but number 8 breaking off of Sutty there. Caught 2 metres short of the try line. And there's a good push in there from Fraser Tech, but Morrinsville's defence holding quite well at the moment. They might have turned. No, it's Lansdowne in his 50th game. Yeah, he did have Tafari there as well, Nick, but didn't need him. Just run through the gap.
So good communication there from the number 10 and the winger. They've been talking at the scrum and linked up again on that short side after Fraser Tech mauled and drove through that middle. Forwards looking very dominant. Morrinsville are going to have to work on that early up D, put that man on the ground and really guard those rucks and mauls around the side. Letting guys through at the moment.
Something I say to my nephews who are 14 and 10. Don't wait for the pass. Take the ball carrier and make sure you cover the ball. If he passes it out as you make the tackle, fair play. But if you sit there and wait for it, he's either going to go inside you or pass it out, and the winger's going to score in the corner anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, you've got to take the man, that's for sure. And I think Morrinsville are going to have to look at this. There's a lot of running off the sides of the rucks. Maybe they're going to have to pair up the Morrinsville boys and have 2 on the sides of the flanks there, because they need to force Fraser Tech to come up with a different game plan. Otherwise, this could be one-way traffic all afternoon.
Your conversion out to the left, and you're not right at the moment. It is one-way traffic, even though Morrinsville have got a converted try. That was through the intercept. Currently it's 10-7. No, this is at Mill Street in Hamilton, Fraser Tech at home. If you know Waikato Stadium, pretty much straight across the road. Can't get any. Well, you could get closer because Hamilton Old Boys are at home today against Coltabi. But dead heat almost. Oh, it's a brilliant take, but he's been taken out in the air. So Morrinsville have an advantage. And they come up, being taken back towards the halfway line, so they've come back and the call was taken out in the air. Yeah, the restarts here from Dwayne Sweeney is pretty spot on at the moment.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned about that one, but it just set up in the air beautifully. It just held for the player to get through, but unfortunately for him, he was taken in the air and he seems to be alright though, which is the main thing. There's no injury and it's gotten up alright and carried on. Sweeney now will have a go at that sideline and this will be uncommon territory for Morrinsville this afternoon. They're going to move into the Fraser Tech 22, so we'll see what they're going to do. I think they should keep the ball in hand though.
It'll be their first chance from a set piece deep inside Fraser Tech's half. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here from the line out. 5 metres inside the Tech's 22, playing towards the western side of Mill Street here.
Tremaine's having a chat with Sweeney and he's talking to his blind side at the moment, so maybe have a look at a little inside ball and then maybe something across fullbacks just wide, and got a winger right on the touchline here. So
one bit there by Morrinsville was a little bit untidy, but Whitney Stevenson picking it up.
right heads right across on this touchline.
Morrinsville still inside the 22. Sweeney having a good tackle there though. Now it's shooting up here for Cameron Jackson. Then from Christchurch Boys High, is where he attended school. Down the South Island of New Zealand, and ball bounces all over the place, and Andrew Duff puts his flag up.
Oh, that's scrappy there.
I think we've seen from both sides, just sometimes the pass has been given when probably it needed to be held on to rather.
Yeah, you're right there. Sometimes it's good just to hold on to the ball, wait for the next guy to come along, and play the percentage games, play the safety game. So, especially when you're in the opposition of 22.
Iowane with his second line out take, and his second back into the side of 22. So looks infield for the kick. Down there for Bryce Cowley, man with the headgear from Te Araha College. And kick down, sits there for back inside to Matt Lansdowne, and it's just another pass that probably needed to be either quicker or just held on to a little bit longer before throwing it. A bit rough though on receiving it.
Fraser Tech don't need to do that. I mean, just kind of set that ball up initially, wait for your forwards to get on, and especially the way the Fraser Tech forwards are going. If I was in the backs, I'd be looking to use them as much as possible. Play the safe game and perhaps even put the ball back into that 22. The wind's just picked up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it in the background with things moving about. There's a bit more wind than when we started, so we'd be good to play the percentage game at the moment.
More importantly too, the sun's on our backs. You know, finally making a good appearance rather than a half one. And big scrum here from Tegan and won a penalty. So don't see many of these, but there's a hand in the scrum. The old, oops, boys, we're going backwards. I'll see you through freeze lines.
That's right. Remember one of those at Eden Park one day that might have got us a Ranfurly Shield, to be fair.
Oh, Nick, I think you've forgotten you're talking to an Auckland supporter here. So definitely can't have happened. I think I said to Joel at one point a couple of weeks ago that actually I remember Waikato taking the shield off Auckland more than I do Auckland defending it or actually taking it off Waikato. So
we're good at scrapping and finding a way to bring it back home.
Yes. Chiefs versus Blues tomorrow. I'm sure the Blues will carry on the good run with a streak of one victory over the hapless Chiefs at the moment. Canes Crusaders tonight. That's going to be a great game, and the line-out throw's not straight from Fraser Tech. So,
it's been a while since the Crusaders have lost at home, so it's going to be a big game tonight.
4 years, and it was against the Canes.
Yeah.
You got to throw your money to the favourites, but you could split it down 50-50, couldn't you? And maybe chuck some money the Canes' way, the way they played last week.
I can imagine the Canes will get excited if they do get up. Interview this morning, said he couldn't remember the last time they beat them, and I'm not sure if he's talking about the night after or whether it was that long ago. But
yeah, well, I was going to say, I wonder if he remembers last week sometimes. Has a bit more talent than me, though.
Morrinsville on D again in their own 22. Seems to be where the game's played at the moment.
Yeah, the thing is, too, they've just conceded a scrum penalty, which resulted in Fraser Tech throwing the line out, not going straight. That was because they were going backwards. So it'll be interesting to see if their scrum can hold here with the ball. 2 metres inside the 22. Tech trying to push it, but Morrison's holding it nice and tight. There for Tremaine. And actually, no, we'll come back now to Tremaine. Looks to kick, doesn't. And a bit of a wacky-do. Ben Willerton's right there though. He says fair tackle. It's a good wacky-do. Daniel McCoy with the box kick. And it's still in play. Bouncing all over the place. McCoy back with it.
Tremaine looks okay. It's a little bit shaken though.
Yeah, it was a decent hit. Probably wouldn't want another. Tremaine with it. Off there to Chad Bracey. Being caught. Now come back to Sweeney and doesn't get much kick out of that one. And quite a win there for Fraser Tech. No.
Yeah, Fraser Tech looking really dominant here. Morrinsville just need to regroup, set it in the forwards, and look to touch and drive up the field. I think that's the way for them in the first half. They're doing all right with the early points on the board. What they need to do now is capitalise, hold on to the ball, just keep to play field position. Tech here on attack.
So Tongi with the throw. Good to have you wherever you are tuning in. Iowane with another take on his 200th. 10 metres from the Morrinsville try line as Fraser Tech with the ball. Looking the ball, not going anywhere currently now. It starts to treat forward a little bit. There's a couple of arms getting in there from Morrinsville trying to disrupt it legally though. Now Fraser Tech have got a good maul going forwards. Still moving here. It'll come for Valence Tafari maybe. He's joining in at the back of the maul. Could be an all-in at the moment. There towards the try, and it's a try. Ben Willerton signals it's a try. And Fraser Tech did very well to keep that moving forward. And I might just have to ask Joel. No, you're pretty sure that was the...
Educated guess you'd say was the hooker.
Yep.
Yeah, no, well, that's who's being attributed to it from the team. So Toge is scoring Fraser Tech third.
He's come up pretty happy, so I'd suggest it was him. The boys have got around him and given him a big hit on the head.
No, it's number one. Number one.
Oh, you sold me down the river again, Joel.
Peter
Nelly.
Right. Hooker will be happy hearing that. I'm sure he'll play that over again though.
Oh, definitely. Well, you know, considering my last try was 21 years ago,
Good to have one.
I'd take it as well. So,
is this Quick Savage?
yep, unsuccessful so far. So he remains with 56 points this season. I was going to say 51, but now I've just remembered that he did score that try where we never saw the ball being passed. This conversion is looking good though. It's over.
Nice to win there. It's a busy kicking style there. He's stone, but he seems to line things up and he hits it really clean. He's made a good boot, good sound.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple of times on the live stream. Goal kicking, and he's a little bit unconventional, but whatever works. It did that time. 17-7, roughly 23 minutes gone, first half. Great to have you wherever you are tuning in. See people saying, watching from Jamaica and Pakistan. Good to have you. And of course also, as is a penalty here for Fraser Tech.
Another good kick from Sweeney, but I feel like he's getting a little bit used to doing this at the moment. That's not a good thing for Morrinsville.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the restarts. It's the players coming through that are just not quite timing themselves in the tackle. And that's two kick-offs in a row now that Tech have won a penalty for from a Morrinsville mistake.
Tech have capitalised there. They've carved off a huge amount of territory and they're right back into that Morrinsville 22. Hard on attack again.
Ball out to anyone that's tuned in to watch Peniasi Iowane's 200th game. Also good to have you, especially if you are tuning in for that reason. As Fraser Tech have got them all on the 22. And I thought it was going to go to ground, but I think Nelly's still got it in there.
Morrinsville turned it. We're working the Morrinsville forwards. What they're going to need to do, a little bit more intensity.
Well, they got a bit hungry in there, so that's what's resulted in it. Now it's going through to Sweeney, through to Ted Bracey. And it's a good run there from Bracey. Now he finds Sweeney in support, and probably the knee's not quite letting him get down to that and picking it up.
No, Morrinsville there, just a little bit guilty of what Fraser Tech were doing early. Just trying to shuffle that ball on when maybe it's not there, and could have been better served just waiting for the support to get up. Got themselves out of the 22 and they really just need to keep driving, pushing forward, playing a smart game up those touch lines.
No, Brendan McCullum plays for United Matamata Sports in the Premier B competition. so definitely not playing today. Also, hello to Cheryl Crossgrove watching in Whangamata. I know my home rugby club, Pyro, we're travelling over to the lovely beach town of Whangamata today.
Pyro West, is it?
No, Pyro West and Pyro was combined clubs a couple of years ago,
Yes.
so they're just known as Pyro now.
Very good.
Now it comes right out to Bunce, trying to find that run, trying to find that hole, but can't now on the 22. And Morrinsville got a penalty, not releasing. Tell you what, Nick, the way Fraser Tech are playing currently, the scoreline could be a lot more than 10 points, the margin.
I think they'll be doing well at half time, you're right.
But Morrinsville doing very well on defence at the right time. Winning penalties like that.
Yeah, and there's some good defence there. Jermaine just fell off on them, but he's been rock solid at number 10, and outside him, Sweeney's been making some really great tackles as well. So we're just going to hold the ball here, just play, perhaps slow it down a little bit, and just look to string out this half as long as they can. The damage has probably been done, and look to regroup in the second half.
Good line out take there from Roswell from Tim Bond. Trying to get up towards the 10-metre line. Pete Davenport has it. They've got an advantage as well. Fraser Tech not retreating back into the right place. And it'll be kicked through from McCoy, but
the advantage there, I think.
Yeah.
And some good work there from the Morrinsville forwards. Hopefully they learn a little bit from that, tuck it under their wing and just hold it close. Some good driving and capitalise there.
Pulls them in from the side there, and time off as Morrinsville into play, I think. Good number, John. I don't know who it is. It's Hiroaki Utida. Now they can see it. Great to have you wherever you are tuning in here for week 7 of the 2020 Waikato Club Rugby season. Bevin Jenkinson, who owns and runs Dev's Broadcasting, great to have you. Nick Shoston, also Nick, I normally ask whoever I have in comments if this is your first commentary debut, if this is your commentary debut. I know it's not though.
No, it's not actually. It's not my first time commentating.
Is it your second?
However, it's my first time commentating rugby, so you could say that.
Is it your second game that you've commentated?
Probably my second,
yeah. Good to have the live stream actually working, unlike that day of the Hamilton One Day Cup final a couple of seasons ago when we had a few issues.
It might be 3 or 4 now. I've been up with you a couple of times for a few different
you have too,
cricketing fixtures in the past.
Yeah, we did. We had the pleasure of hosting Barmy Army just before Christmas as well, Hamilton Mara suburbs.
Yes, we did. We had the Barmy Army there. That was very amazing.
That was a great evening of cricket.
It looks like he's recovered. He's steadily on his feet. Talking to the ref, and everyone knows all right.
Probably just taking a couple of big deep breaths and yep, no, I'm fine, guys. Now they've got a line out 3 metres inside the 22.
Might be a change though. In the back line perhaps. It looks like someone's come off on the side. Number 14 perhaps.
Yeah, well, Tane Tupaia there on the number 18 will receive the ball. It's actually a couple of back reserves in there by the look of it, Nick.
Yeah, back number 22 looks like he's on too. Morrinsville out here on the right side.
Utita's still on the field. Now Morrinsville have it 6 metres inside the 22. And Young moved sideways there, currently. Now they're getting some momentum.
Good pick up
Sweeney
and
was
drive.
getting involved in that as well.
A few Fraser Tech boys getting in the way there.
We're trying to disrupt, but Morrinsville doing quite well at the moment. Basically getting in the middle of the forwards as well. Looks as though the backs are trying to show the forwards up currently.
They've got some numbers out here, Morrinsville, if they can get it out to the right.
Doesn't look as though it's going to come though. Cameron Jackson with another little snipe from the base of the ruck. Can't quite get there. They're 4 metres short as Morrinsville. go, but not making any metres. Another pickup here from Tuakana Parai.
Morrinsville playing the patient game here, really looking to hold the ball.
Yeah, no, I think they've got there. They have too. Morrinsville have scored. Great pressure.
Well done to them.
Great patience.
Well, Morrinsville can learn a lot from this. It's all about that holding onto the ball, just securing it, and just being patient. Playing 1 and 2 off the ruck, but really getting some good drive.
Looks like it's Dylan now.
So Joel Scalander, a cameraman, saying it looks as though it's Dylan Nell, the number 8 from Morrinsville, that's attributed to that score. Don't worry, Morrinsville supporters. No, it's not 122-10. We'll go with 17 to 122. It's 17-12. Now that I fixed that second 2.
Morrinsville will be happy with this. Just before half time, I'm sure that's coming soon.
Is that Tremaine?
This looks like Brooke Tremaine.
Yeah, no, it is Brooke Tremaine. Also played for Melville as well.
Yeah, impressed with his defence today. He's really stood up and made some big tackles. Right out from the rucks and moves.
Yep. Pressed the scoreline too, 17-12, with roughly 7.5 minutes to go. Just a reminder that that time is a rough estimate. Not 100%, unfortunately. 17-14. Fraser Tech, if they want to carry on momentum into the second half here, they've got to score next, don't they?
Well, they do really. There's a lot of big boys out there taking some big breaths now. They've gone deep, which is probably the right thing to do.
There for Lansdowne. Now it's Sweeney. Been brought out left hand side, but slipped over in the just soft underfooting there. And really short of the 22. Ben Willerton just making sure Tech are on side. Therefore, Cameron Jackson. Plenty of Morrinsville born and bred players on there, according to looking at Facebook. Quite a few of them went to Morrinsville College. Now it's back to Sweeney. Definitely Morrinsville born and bred and proud. To Fuddy though on a great take. Left hand side. Takes off a couple of Morrinsville would-be defenders. Up towards the 22 now, Fraser Tech.
Yeah, that's hard into Dylan now. He looks a little bit stingier after that tackle.
Right there for Nelly. Midfield, Fraser Tech trying to play it quick inside there to Fuddy off his line.
Yeah, Fuddy getting involved now, heavily involved.
And a snipe there from Jenkinson. Morrinsville trying to hold him up. And body's falling all over the place, but ball on the ground now. Looking to go right. Absolutely nobody from Fraser Tech left at the moment.
Good drive from Peniasi there joining in.
Just a one-off runners up to the 5 metre line. Morrinsville have got to rely on their defence at the moment. They go right hand side quickly, quick hands. Out to play. Cook Savage saw that pass. And when that man has ball in hand, you cannot deny him. He'll probably score.
Yeah, that's a fantastic try. To play Cook Savage on the end of that. Not going to look like on camera, but he made it look pretty easy from where we're sitting. What a skill that guy, and that is his second try of the match, is it?
It is his second, of course. His first one where we all went that he just picked the ball up from the sideline or something, because we never saw the ball actually being passed to him.
Yeah, fantastic work. And Fraser Tech there, really fast, clearing that ball out, and they were pushing to the left and pushing to the left, and then they got expansive out to the right, and a fantastic finish from the corner on a diving try. So Fraser Tech will feel a bit more confident now going into the half with another try. And they're showing there what they can do when they unleash that back line. Certainly got some good wins there in centre.
Got Farah Cup games coming up. First round starts on the 22nd. Waikato away, a couple of games as their conversion's unsuccessful. Their second game against Auckland up at Eden Park. Curtin Razor to the north versus south match. Nick, that's going to be a big occasion, isn't it?
I haven't seen the squad for north and south match.
And if they've been announced, there's been a few rumours, you know, and picks, personal picks. I'll tell you what though, just the way the criteria is, it pretty much is going to be an All Blacks trial.
Oh yeah, in the past, north and south games have been fantastic. I do miss the All Black trials from the rest of the year. They were always good games.
Morrinsville. Small numbers though. Cameron Jackson with it. Split by Dick Cameron. Here comes left hand side. Couple of dummies. Sweeney with a long ball out.
There goes Nell.
Cowley. Being held 12 metres inside Fraser Tech's half currently. Small numbers. Davenport can't do much with it and he's been tackled out. Oh, being thrown in quick.
Fraser playing the fast game now.
Yeah, that's what they want to do currently. And Tafari, right ball out to him, but he manages to stay inside currently. And now he's been carried out. Yeah, well, when a lock takes you out into touch like that, you know, if you're the lock, you're always going to let them know, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's the stuff that dreams are made of for big forwards, is finding a little window out on the wing. And he certainly took advantage of it, and you didn't know he was there.
Good stuff here from Andrew Duff, the assistant referee, letting Ben Wilson know that just as they went into touch there was a knock on. So Morrinsville have a scrum instead of the line-out. Because these days you are given the choice. 9 times out of 10, as long as your scrum's stable, you are going to go with the scrum.
Morrinsville have been holding in the scrum reasonably well today. They haven't had too many problems there.
I think they've just had that one that was going backwards, which was like the second or third scrum of the match. Fraser Tech had that push as they are here, but they're holding fine now. Sweeney with it. I was about to say Sweet and then Sweeney. I got a bit tongue-tied there. McCloyd with it.
Sweeney and Sweeney sweet. Morrinsville is a bit slow there. It's giving Fraser Tech time. It's just struggling to make the advantage line.
I think they're trying to make sure the game's played at their pace rather than Fraser Tech, who are playing at a couple of levels above the pace. 17-14 in the scoreline though. Morrinsville aren't doing too bad. Uchida with it.
Yeah, I would have said it was more than 3 points that win, and it's just picking it up again. So Morrinsville just holding that ball. They're not looking to keep going to the top.
Yeah, as the game's gone on, this window is starting to get a bit stronger.
Certainly picked up. Morrinsville enjoy looking to use this in the second half.
Bracey just throws it to Cook Savage. As there's no release in the tackle, so Fraser Tech have a penalty. Ball is just ping-ponging all over the place, and of course when it does that, it'll be a knock-on. So we'll come back.
Yep, just getting a little bit messy there, and the boys possibly looking forward to a break. The bigger guys sucking in some big ones now. A few hands on hips.
It's a great crowd too here at Mill Street. Probably the biggest crowd I've seen for a live stream game. I'd say with the amount of milestones going on, though that definitely helps.
Yeah, a beautiful day out here too. Great for a rugby in the Waikato. It's a typical, a little bit cool but hard underfoot. Maybe a little bit slippery here today, but fantastic weather.
Glad to
Fraser Tech back on attack. This is where most of the game has been played today. If you're just tuning in, Fraser Tech back on attack.
Fraser Tech have a good maul coming in. See forwards that are doing the grunt work at the moment. This out pass goes right hand side to Bunce. He'll try and find the line. Can't though. And they'll go right hand side again through Nankerville.
Bunce just hesitated there. I'd like to see him run a bit straighter.
Still staying right. Now they'll come left. Fraser Tech. One off runners, which seems to be the game in the Premier Club season at the moment. Morrinsville in hunting though, trying to force the turnover. They can't. They get a penalty, and I would say, looking at the way things are there, there's a quick tap and go.
Good tackle.
There's a great spot tackle needed to be made. I'd say Fraser Tech's got to come left here. As there's another advantage. Morrinsville got to be very careful here. And they'll come back, and it's an offside. No double blast from Ben Wilson. I think it just looks as though things will settle down. Fraser Tech will take the scrum, and not a bad option to take a scrum in a circumstance like this.
No, well, they obviously feel like they can sniff some points out here just before the break. Likewise, they could have given the forwards a bit of a break then and just taken the 3 and look to get back to halfway and start a game, but obviously pretty confident here. A lot of pressure on number 13 here. I think he's going to be a bit of work to do for Chad Bracey here. Just rallying his troops. See him just talking to his backs now.
Interesting, Morrinsville have got 3 defenders for Fraser Tech's 4 on the left-hand side. So they're relying on their blindside player to make a spot tackle if it does come left-hand side to Lansdowne. Definitely looks as though the way the ball's going to come through here from Jenkinson, if the forwards don't want it. There's a good push in here from Morrinsville. Comes through to Lansdowne. Lansdowne is over. You've got to make those tackles count, don't you, Dick?
Well, I mean, it's all too easy there from Matt Lansdowne. He just got the ball, took the hit, drove the legs and just walked over. Morrinsville are going to have to do a little bit better, 2 off the ruck. Otherwise they're going to struggle all day, and this has become a one-way traffic now for Fraser Tech.
Yeah, only what is the score? I'll box that up.
Score is
Just double checking on the live.
27 currently.
I do have it. I do have it right then. 27-14. It looks as though it's half time. Conversion is successful, and going into the half-time talks here, Nick. What have Morrinsville got to do in the second half?
well, 27-14. They've got the win behind them, and I think the smart game will be just to kick it down into that corner and play the same as Fraser Tech. I think the other thing they've got to think about is holding on to that ball a little bit better. Fraser Tech have been good with the ball, using it well, driving well around the rucks and walls, and getting over the advantage line, and then going wide. So sometimes we need to do the same thing here and really use that win.
Yeah, well, I think Fraser Tech just have to keep playing at the pace they're playing at. Certainly working for them currently. Anyway, we'll be join us back very soon. Stay with us, of course, though. Won't turn the live stream off. And we'll bring you back the second half action. Fraser Tech 29, Morrinsville 14 here at Mill Street. Week 7 of the 2020 Waikato Club season. Welcome back, second half. Action here at Mill Street, Hamilton, just across the road from Waikato Stadium. Morrinsville, they'll kick off 29-14. Behind they are in the second half. Ben Willerton with a whistle. Bevin Jenkinson is my name. Great to have you, as always, wherever you are tuning in. Nick Shoston and comments as well. Halftime scores, 29-14, Fraser Tech over Morrinsville currently. 27-10, Hamilton Marist are leading Waikato University. 19-14, Melville at over in Te Awamutu. The big score currently though, and that's just happening up the 50 metres up the road, 28-13, the Old Boys at home. Hautapu haven't been beaten in a season and a half. Old Boys up there, so that's going to be an interesting result. We'll keep you informed as we go as much as possible. It's Bracey now, throws it over. Morrinsville with quick hands, Sweeney on the 22, 5 metres inside.
Morrinsville will be looking to play most of this game now inside the Fraser Tech 22. If I was the coach, it'd be interesting listening to the coaches at half time, but if I was the coach from Morrinsville, I would have been talking to Daniel McRae, the halfback, and saying, look mate, let's play this game in near half, and once we get into their zone, just to go through out and be clear out off the ruck and have a look there and push on from there.
Yeah, well they've come out playing with some intensity with Tuakana Patai. Now it's out to
good tackle.
Jason Chambers. It was his first to carry the game, and Ben Willerton has a penalty in from the side. Fraser Tech, 5 metres out. Might kick for touch. No, they might tap and go possibly. Oh, I don't know actually. Got Tuakana Patai with it, looking to see what he can do, but Dwayne Sweeney comes strolling over and says, no thank you. I'm the man in charge, I'll kick it into touch.
Well, if you've just tuned in, there's been 43 points scored in the first half. We've had over point a minute, so it's just been a high pace this year, and I think Fraser Tech would have been told at half time they probably should have a few more. A lot of mistakes made by them and good positions in that first half, so they're going to need to pick their game up. But a great start here from Morrinsville.
Yes, it was Orange's time earlier. We went back into the second half, and ball coming through. As Morrinsville are coming in, got an interesting score coming up for you, Joel, very soon at half time. Because one of the scores we've been told might not be correct. Anyway, Morrinsville with it. And come right hand side, can't quite get there with the snipe. Bracey with it. They've got a couple of numbers out wide. And it's a bad pass to Brett Cameron. It just needed to go into the bread basket, Nick.
Well, Morrinsville will be disappointed with that. They did all the hard work at the start. They held on to the ball and they capitalised by going wide, but they just couldn't string the last pass together. And the way Morrinsville are playing, it looks like they might have had more than Oranges at half time.
So we've got a score on the live stream that's saying at half time in Te Awamutu Sports, it's 21-14 to Te Awamutu Sports. Could be an upset the way Melville have been playing. They had a brilliant game, end-to-end stuff, 80 minutes against Otrahongo. That was the game of the week on the live stream last week. I'll tell you what, if Melville was third, Fraser Tech are fourth, if either of those two lose today, it'll shake things up very badly for that four.
Morrinsville here could also be the disappointing team for Fraser Tech today. They've really got a good chance here of knocking them off, but Fraser Tech just need to get out of their 22 at this stage, and it's a scrappy start.
Yeah, it was a great play there by one of the Tech backs there. Pongi managing to onto his knees rather than his hands, and good touch finder, not quite finding touch. Now it's through there for Bryce Kelly, the Morrinsville fullback, taking a big wacky do on the 10 metre line, and there's a penalty. And the old hands on the ruck.
This is good from Fraser Tech. They managed to get out of there 22, and now they've found themselves around.
Oh, that's Graham Minty, so he'll be right.
Yeah, I was like, I recognise that though.
Jared, give me the wrong scores.
Graham Minty, if you if you feel like it, please do keep us informed of that scoreline. We will take your word for that. So we do appreciate people at other games that are updating us is, I think it's Michael Rope that's come onto the field.
Looks like he's still a bit sore from that injury in the first half of the tour when he went down earlier. He's really favoring his right shoulder there, so I hope he's alright.
You cheater. This is going to be interesting as a commentary side of point of view here, Nick. Morrinsville got 2 number 3s on the field.
Right, one of them certainly distinctive. One of them there looks like he's sporting a reasonably good mullet. So maybe go to keep an eye on how he goes.
So Petai and Michael Rope on the field.
Michael Rope with the big mullet. Morrinsville set the scrum, and it's a good scrum again from them.
There's short pass running there from Brunts. Morrinsville trying to run it back, but they can't. There for Tech, just short of the halfway line. And Morrinsville trying to get their hands in it. Yeah, it's kind of ruck was formed, and once the ruck is formed, you know, feet only, get your hands out of it.
Yeah, well, this is a problem for Morrinsville now. So Fraser Tech are going to be keen to hold on to their ball, so they've got to be real tight and make sure they don't infringe. The worst thing that can happen to them now is that they get penalised out of the game. Fraser Tech just pick themselves up the grain. Just a touchline, just a set piece.
Ball goes bouncing out and makes the cars on Mill Street. It's pretty busy down there. Have you ever seen a car being hit, thankfully?
It's quite a good crowd here now at the park.
Yep.
Looking around.
There's a few that's been still coming in. Tech have it 5 metres short of the 22. Iowane with his upbeat take to the match. He's trying to maul it up towards the 22. Something that really did strike me for Fraser Tech in the first half. I think they actually learned it against their game against Old Boys when Old Boys decimated them in the forwards. Is take that ball and just keep moving. Now it's come out through the backs and long chip over the top. They've got advantage though. If the ball doesn't end up their way, it doesn't, so they will come back and dropping the. I was going to say dropping the bind, but it was a maul, so definitely not.
Yeah, looks like there's another man down there on the far touch side. Not sure who that is at the moment. Wind really picking up now. You can see the wind and leaves flicking across the field. They need to get their hands on the ball and really pump that ball right back down into the Fraser Tech 22.
I think it might be Tim Bond that's gone down for Morrinsville. There's a whole lot of Fraser Tech players in our way. Personally, when there's an injured player, I try and tell my camera people, but Joel's knowledgeable enough that show there's an injured player, but then take the camera off them because nobody would get down like that wants to be shown. Graham Minty's just come in again with another score update from Te Awamutu, Joel. 28-14 to Te Awamutu currently over Melville. I think Te Awamutu have had 1 win this season. Is that correct? Yes?
Yes.
Yep, they've had 1 win this season.
Yes. Yes.
Yep, they did. They lost to no. Can you flip the table please, Nick, on your phone? It has died, okay. Joel will do the honours, the touch finder 6 metres short of the try line for Fraser Tech. They'll have the throw there for Corey Togia. No, Te Awamutu have actually won 2 games, so I do apologise for that. Iowane with the take. There's a maul. Go a little bit sideways, Morrinsville. I'm sure Morrinsville would have talked about this at half time. As the ball is popping all over the place, and Nick, is there a knock on in there?
Yeah, it looks like Fraser Tech is just a little bit guilty of just getting a little bit over the side and they're holding on to that ball, keeping it at the back, and just taking the pressure right off Morrinsville. Looks like the Morrinsville halfback now is just having a quick talk with his 15 there. And he'll be looking to bring it right back down the touch line as they're set deep. And I'll be looking to hold on to it and look for a good strong return. Fraser Tech have been doing well into the win so far, and they'll just want to carry on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, something I said to both you, Nick, and our cameraman Joel, was that you know, you two are wearing pants, so you're the sensible people, because I'm still wearing shorts after running touch for the first half of the Bees game. The legs have definitely cooled off in that one. Anyway, good run there off the back of the scrum. Bryce Cowley caught 10 metres short from their own line, and kick in there from Tremaine. There's a good chase in there from a couple of the Morrinsville players.
Now the finding touch there.
Good tackle there from Chambers. Took on the right-hand touchline. And the pass did not need to come in there from Sunil Singh.
Fraser kick again with all the position, but again just guilty of just trying to force the pass at the last minute, and perhaps like they're doing a little bit and just holding on to it, setting it, and going to hold it around the maximum and these little pop passes.
Well, I actually thought that it was a decent pass, but just having a look back, because the live stream is about 10 seconds behind real time, pass is probably a little bit too low, just for a big man like Sunil to get down.
Shifted towards the boy who passed the ball. Getting back to your comment on the weather, I can't take credit for what I'm wearing. I can only really say that my wife dressed me today, so I feel quite sensible, but I'm not ashamed to say I'm glad she did.
Yeah, Rex is a good woman. You've always said to me, Nick, met her a couple of times and she does seem like a decent woman, so it's always good to have one of those in your life.
Totally, yeah.
Sweeney now with it, he'll punt it down field.
This is what
Open field at the moment. Sits up there, and nice little pass back to Tim Fabling, and he's been tipped it into touch.
Good work out there on that far side. It looks like maybe Frank Cameron just put it away enough there to stop them from going a bit further. So, Morrinsville with the ball, and I think they'll look to bang it downfield again and play that game. They need to get back into the Fraser Tech 22. They haven't been there for a while now.
It's been 39 years to the day since as Fraser Tech have run the ball off the line out, run against the throw there, just dunks with it, and
Great tackle.
Tim Fabling just caught a brilliant tackle, as you say, and
Snuff that move right out.
Jason Chambers credited with that good tackle. So as I was saying, 39 years to the day since South Africa first ever attempted the international filming broadcast of a rugby match. And as you've got it there, 39 years from 2020 was 1981, and that was here in Waikato when protesters stormed the field and cancelled the match. So, infamous day in New Zealand sporting and world history.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting time. I was a little bit young for that, but I'm very polarising in the community around Hamilton, that's for sure. And I'm not sure how you played that, but
No, it was Fraser Tech inside the 22. Now, thanks to Jeff Neems. If you're watching, Jeff saw that on your post last night, so thanks for posting that. Former councillor. Yeah, I forgot actually you'd know who Jeff Neems is, Nick. There's Lansdowne, and might have knocked this one on in the tackle.
good position here for Fraser Tech. Just in the last few moments, Fraser Tech have been guilty of trying to put some passes here, so seems to have learned from their previous mistakes. Might be a good opportunity here to strike right.
No. He's set 34-40.
Yeah, it's now.
Yep.
Third.
Yep. Graham Minty, if you are tuning in, we've got our cameraman, Union cameraman down there. He's actually saying it's 35-14 to Melville. If you could just double check that. It just confirmed with us that it is Te Awamutu in the league, please. That would be great. We're not doubting your word, just with conflicting information there. To be clarified, that would be great. As ball comes out left inside, Lansdowne with it, being shuffled through, and Tufari on the left hand side. He's got those legs working there. 5 metres short of the try line now is Fraser Tech. And one off runner. And being held up here from Morrinsville. Fraser Tech trying to maul it forward currently, go to ground. And oh no, it's a great defence, and probably the first time Nick Shoston that Morrinsville have put that defence in, managed to hold the ball up from Fraser Tech going forward there.
Yeah, well that's fantastic. They're just holding now. They're showing some good signs on defence. There's been a couple of good one-off hits, but all in all, that's been the issue today. Is those first time tackles and driving the guys back over the advantage line. So
he's saying Te Awamutu the whole way through. So
yeah.
Another injury down from Morrinsville. Yeah, Tim Taylor. I was going to say backstory there. Tim Taylor's my twin almost, my namesake, that's the word for it. Morrinsville will have a last man stands cricket team, and the couple of times I've played for that team, I've actually been put down as Tim Taylor. So I had a chat to Stuart Lawrence last night on Facebook Messenger and say, is that the same player? And he said yes. So I said, oh, got to mention my namesake's playing for Morrinsville.
I'm sure you're glad you're up here and not out there though today.
Oh, my body wouldn't last these days, Nick. That's been a few years now, and I had a few comments when I was running touch today. Was I back refereeing? And the answer is definitely no. Crook ankle from falling down the stairs at Maris 2 weeks ago. It's still not happy, so I think stick to the live stream and commentating. And the body appreciates that a bit more.
Right, here we go.
The defensive scrum from Morrinsville, 8 metres out from their own try line. McCoy with the feed. Thanks, Graham Minty, for clearing that up. As I said, it's not that we did doubt you, but we just had other information. But no, thanks for clarifying that. Melville are currently leading 35-14 and Te Awamutu over Te Awamutu Sports. There's an intercept!
Come out.
Does it come out the wrong? Come out this.
Not penalty. They've gone back for the penalty.
Must come out the same channel.
Yeah, no, it is. Oh, actually, no, he's awarded the try.
Oh no, he's awarded the try.
Okay, well, you've got to stick with the umpires and referee's decision, don't you? And the try there is to Reece Jenkinson. No. Good old toot toot and honk honk as the conversions come off the left hand uprights. So the score 34-14, 15 minutes into the second half. I think that possibly what Ben Wilson's ruled there is that it's come out from underneath the flanker's feet rather than the channel. If it come out the channel, then yes, there's a reset of the scrum. Flankers, unfortunately, it's just bad luck and play on.
Good work from Fraser there. He just clicked onto it, picked it up and sniped over it, and probably one of the easiest tries he'll get this year. Morrinsville really struggling here. They're not making good use of this win. They ease it up into the breeze.
So he kick off down to Cook Savage.
Yep.
Takes a couple of players off. Oh, Chewy, Michael Wright in with a big tackle there. 12 metres short of the halfway line, Fraser Tech territory. They have it. Ball's just being ping-ponged all over the place, cleaned up there by Lansdowne. Now Bunts with it, and he'll kick it downfield. Gonna find there for Bronson Waka. And oh no, in front.
Great tackle.
No, late tackle, thanks Nick. I was looking at my notes, so I thought Brayson doesn't sound right, it was Bronson. Joel, do you know any relation to the...
Yes, so a few weeks ago when Melville took on Morrinsville, it was the Waka boys going against each other. Stacey was there.
I was going to say, as well as Stacey Fuller, who was Stacey Waka. Another chance of some subs coming on.
Yeah, looks like the boys are warming up now and the bench is starting to clear.
And in a situation like this, Nick, Morrinsville have had a few subs on quite early due to injuries. Do you think that might tell at the back end, or momentum starting to swing a little bit towards Morrinsville? Do you think that'll help them go forward?
Well, at the moment, the main thing Morrinsville needs to concentrate on is just staying in this 22, and they haven't been using the wind as well as they should have been. But I wish they could give credit to Fraser Tech. They've been holding on to the ball for long periods of time, just with a few mistakes, but Fraser Tech is certainly taking the early emphasis in the second half here.
Yeah, now Morrinsville with a line out going down to ground, 15 metres short of the try line. There's a penalty advantage too, so hopefully that they'll use good advantage of this.
Morrinsville just looking to drive through the forwards at the moment. They're doing a good job.
Penalty.
Themselves another penalty. He's gone back here.
He's on the bench,
Yeah, but that's
and he's in the moonwork, so
Yeah, hinging's the call. Hinging's an interesting one, Nick. There's a few words for it. Just the head below the knees. You don't see it too often in regards, but definitely scrum time, maul time. Your head can't be down below the knees. So Melville kick the touch 5 metre line. Do you take it off the top or do you maul it here, Nick?
I think they've got to drive it here, so you're going to pick and pull, I think.
Well, I was going to say you need to win the ball first, but cleaned up there quite well.
Back to the short side. It's good play.
Yeah, I was going to say I think Tech have just bundled them out into touch. Did look like it was a decent option there, but you probably needed to come this side more. Much just Tech saying. Now they've got the ball off the top. Something you see in modern day rugby now, just when you get the ball like that, just rumble it up 5 metres short of the 22 line. Now there's a chance here to clear for touch. And he hasn't found touch though. Yep. So Waka with it. 12 metres inside Tech's half is Morrinsville. They need to capitalise because they didn't just before. Could tell. Chambers with it. Oh no, he's throwing the ball. He's tried to find Cowley outside him, but just silly pass once more. Iowane now fires it off to some support. And good drive here from Simon Humble.
I really feel for Morrinsville. He seems to do some really good work and do all the hard work, but it's just that last pass that's let them down to fame. Oh, yeah, no, there's another silly pass in here, Nick. This time coming from Fraser Tech. And I'm not sure what's happened here, but Morrinsville are going to make some tackles. They don't. And this is costly. Morrinsville just took their eye off the game for a second, and some silky skills there from the Fraser Tech boys. There's a quick play. He's driven up, taken the hit. Great support there. Another easy try. Fraser Tech just seems to be playing with a bit more intensity at the moment. Morrinsville just struggling to get down there into the field.
Well, I'm wondering whether Morrinsville just decided to take a deep breath there. Took their eyes off it, and George Dyer's gone over the number 3 for Fraser Tech.
That's a fantastic little play there, and completely caught the Morrinsville boys napping, totally off guard, and doing some big chat behind the post now as Swaney turns around and talks to his boys. And
I have a few things to say. Swaney is very well experienced.
The boys just to calm down and perhaps just talking to them about that last pass and start again. They've got to get back down into that 22. It's the only place they can play their rugby today.
Fraser Tech running some subs. Nathan Smith and Cody Muir coming on. As the conversion is successful, it's 41-14. Morrinsville leading. Fraser Tech are leading over Morrinsville. 22 minutes gone, second half. My name is Bevin Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting.
On that, guys.
Great to have you wherever you are tuning in. As usual, Nick Shoston and comments beside me. Week 7 of the 2020 Waikato Club Rugby season. Game of the week. Had some very interesting games so far in the live stream, including last week's Ocharonga just getting up over Melville last at Collins Road.
There it is, the familiar side of Sweeney picking off again.
Didn't go short this time though, he's gone deep, he's found to Cook Savage, he's got his legs going. That guy's got 3 horsepowers I reckon in his legs, because he does a lot of running around the field.
Yeah, he gets involved. Guys, 2 good tries today from him, and here he goes, Fraser Tech in the middle of the field.
Oh, he's beaten about 5 defenders with Terry Pongi.
He's second again. Fraser Tech looking to go wide.
There for Nathan Smith.
Nathan tackling on that big fly from Morrinsville. He's had a big game on defence.
Fraser Tech down with those quick passes, but they're making them count. That's the main thing. Now it's Cody Muir up towards the 10 metre line. There's an advantage out for Fraser Tech. Inside ball. It's a brilliant ball. Now it's out left to Lansdowne. He's had 2 today. It's going away to Peniasi. Iowane. The crowd will let you know who it is. The man playing his 200th match. He has scored one. He's probably been given it by Matt Lansdowne in his 50th. He's already scored one, but no, great gesture, and Nick, I mean, he deserved it. 200 games.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a more popular player out there today, and that's certainly a popular try. To be fair, he's had a good game. He's kept the ball well. He hasn't done too much wrong. He hasn't popped up too many times, and he'll be happy with that. It'll be something he can celebrate tonight with his team.
Yeah, we've got an interview with me after the game. That won't be on the live stream. It'll be up on the Bev's Broadcasting Facebook page, possibly tomorrow or Monday. If you haven't done it already, go and like that page. Do a few interviews. Conversion successful. Also, after I finish with Peniasi, I've got Dwayne Sweeney, who's told me he's okay for an interview as well. So, a couple of interviews coming up on my page later on.
You're looking pretty happy with himself. He'll be pretty chuffed. Had a good game.
Oh, 48-14. Nick, scorelines like this, you wouldn't say there's still 15 minutes left in the match, would you?
Well, we've got to be careful here it doesn't blow out. And we need to use this wing and start to play the smart game. Sweeney switches.
And well, Fraser had played at it, and he's knocked it on too. So Morrinsville got the knock-on advantage. Yeah, interesting choice there from Fraser as Sweeney takes it over the 10-metre line.
Slow ball from Morrinsville. Good tackling by Fraser here. They're really pushing Morrinsville back today, but they switch sides.
Back to Sweeney.
This finish has dropped to 6 minutes. Battery time.
And I'll come back for the knock-on advantage.
They had like 80 minutes.
It's because of the live streaming.
And how come it's dropped from 80?
Oh no! My paper. And where am I?
In the cord tag.
Can we get somebody to go and get that piece of paper?
That's that good.
We're just going to have to change the cap. You want to do it now, Joel? Or? We just have to do a bit of radio commentary at the moment as our cameras run out of battery power. And I've lost the team sheet. Now Mars will have it. Good tackle on.
Hey, excuse me.
And there's a penalty advantage in from the side as Fraser Tech.
Excuse me. Can you grab that?
And we'll just change the camera over now, folks.
Okay.
So won't lose the audio. It'll just be the camera that's gone. We'll have it back in the truck. It's a good thing, Joel, that I do bring 3 or 4 cameras with me.
Yep. So we need to kick for touch here on the left-hand side touch.
Thanks to one of the kids that was floating around shaking our scaffolding earlier that's done some retrieval work.
Oh no.
And it's gone. Interesting choice there from Cook Savage, who's not let it go dead in goal. Played at it.
Fraser Tech running it out here, pretty expensive here to the left-hand
To
side.
Fuddy on the left-hand side.
Did a good game to Fuddy, drives well.
As I said earlier, Nick goes back 3 from Fraser Tech. They'll run it from everywhere.
Yeah, they play well today. Good call there.
As we have got picture back, we'll come back onto the game here, folks. We do apologise. Fraser Tech have lost it cold. There's a short cross kick. It is going to be. No, Jason Chambers pulled in, and Fraser Tech, Morrinsville, now trying to play it at a very frenetic, weird pace.
It's getting a little bit scrappy there. Just guilty of being scrappy. Just need to slow it down and reset.
And we'll come back to the knock-on advantage. Settle things down a little bit.
Tired boys now as they get up. Well, Fraser Tech had a bit of a chance there, but he just got a bit ahead of himself there, number 21, and fumbled the ball, put his team under pressure.
Yeah,
but a good chase managed to stop the Morrinsville player from scoring in the corner.
Bronson Walker, the guilty party there. Bo Hamilton's come onto the field for Fraser Tech. Just trying to see who that is that's come off. We do apologise for the slight camera issues currently, folks. Good thing is at least you've got audio. Thanks, Joel, for sorting that out.
There we go, Morrinsville.
It's all right now.
Morrinsville possibly in their best spot of the afternoon here.
McLeod with it.
Release.
Sweeney.
Takes the ball out.
2 metres inside the 22. Morrinsville, they've got a score here. Is Flavoi Coley with it. Making some metres. 10 metres short of the try line for Morrinsville. They're appealing for an advantage. They've got it. Now it's Michael Rope. Tui, as he's fondly known. There's a few calls of that. Come right out. Crossfield kick. Where's it going to sit? It's ducked, everyone. Oh, we'll see what the call is here. No, it's gone dead. It was Brooke Tremaine who's kicking the crossfield for Brett Cameron. Everyone lost at the Sunday, Nick.
Yeah, looks like it's beaten by the Sunday, guys.
Everyone kind of ducked and I can't see for the life of me where that's gone.
Have a look here and see what Morrinsville do. He's sitting on a scrum here.
To me, I'd kick for the line. Fraser Tech have got it over them currently in the scrum. There's a quick tap, and it's gone just short of the try line. Sits there for Tom Pona, and held up. Great call, Nick. 10 minutes.
Morrinsville have really come alive here with about sort of 10 minutes to go, but it could be a little bit too late. But you can see some good structure rugby from them. Holding the ball, securing it and driving it through the middle, and backs are holding it a bit tighter too.
10 minutes to go here, week 7 of the 2020 Waikato Club season at Mill Street, Hamilton, just across the road from FMG Stadium, Waikato, because next week the Chiefs are taking on the Crusaders. My name's Bevin, Jenkinson, alongside me Nick Shoston. Great to have you wherever you are tuning in today. Of course, this season it's been great seeing how many people have been watching, where you've been watching from. It really is the reason why I set it up. Not just the commentary side of things, that's where I want to go with this. Sky Sport, if you're listening, if you've got a vacancy open, please get in touch. Yeah, I was going to say, Nick, you're doing such a great job today. I don't want you to be called up over me, mate. That'd be king of the guts. That's right, you're doing a great job. Sweeney, it's a forward pass. Sweeney charging through on one of his fantastic runs.
Well, Morrinsville just probably going a little bit fancy there again, and that's probably been their problem all afternoon, just trying to do the fancy things and not doing the smart and easy things first. So when they look back at this video, they'll see that themselves.
It's just a normal score.
Fraser Tech here, defensive scrum. Run a couple here, and it looks like the back line are having a bit of a talk.
So thank you to Graham Minty for letting us know. Melville 40-26 over Te Awamutu Sports over in Te Awamutu. It's great if people are watching at other games to let us know. There's a bit of a crawling going on. One of the Tech players is definitely noticed by Morrinsville. Jordan Bunce carrying the ball up to the 22 now.
It looks like Tech are really going to put the foot down now and just finish off this game with a bit of fun. They're holding on to the ball, they're going wide, and got a little bit of a buffer here, and looks like they're going to express themselves.
Oh, it's a bit of a wacky do hit there from Topo Heat.
Looks like he could be injured.
Yeah, a bit of an ankle or a knee, and this time it's crawling.
As well, 21 there. Pushing on his right ankle.
Yeah, Lysiati, Topo Heat.
It's a heavy clash. He's not shy.
Yeah, well, I don't call wacky those for just the little touch games that go on.
No,
It was definitely worthy of a wacky do, that one.
familiar side of Sweeney there, kicking the ball into touch. So Morrinsville hard on attack again. This is where they needed to be, and they're finally getting to the right end, but you wonder if it's all a bit late now as they slowly go to set the line out. Morrinsville forwards looking pretty tired. Hands on hips now.
Throw there from Pete Davenport. Kaitaia College man, old boy.
Taking and Fraser Tech backs up.
It's just got to move off that mark before the backs can move up from the 10 metre line. McCoy asking for a couple of players, extra players into the maul to keep it moving.
Yeah, Morrinsville looking good here. They need to keep that drive low. Halfbacks just pulling the boys around. Getting rid of a few Fraser Tech boys.
It's still moving though, so this is a good thing here from Morrinsville, but they've got to be careful. Oh no, there's a knock on.
There we go.
And they had momentum moving. It was slow, Nick, but it was still going forward, which is what you need to do when the ball's like that. But of course, you've got to keep possession as well.
Seems to be the story of the afternoon from Morrinsville. Lots of potential and doing, most of the things right, but just sort of falling over at that final hurdle, the little knock on, or the missed pass, miscommunication. But good signs. I think the coach will be reasonably happy with the signs. It's just this finishing. The 1%ers is just getting across the line or holding that pass. Check again with a defensive scrum. So well in the pocket there, so maybe looking to run it.
Yeah, they definitely all lined out flat, almost flat on the 5 metre line, on the try line there.
Very flat, and here they go again.
It's Tofohi.
He's obviously come right. Ankle doesn't look too bad now.
No, Ankle doesn't look bad at all. Now it's been kicked down to the field.
There we go.
And it's a good touch finder too.
There we go. So for the first time today, we've got a line out right in front of us. We'll have a good look here.
We've had a couple of passages of play and right in front of us, but I think this is definitely the first line out. Maybe a couple of scrums, but it's quite easy and nice to see when it's like this. Is Davenport again with the throw 1 metre, 9 metres inside Fraser Tech's half, Morrinsville to feet to throw, and
off the top there.
Yep. Just couldn't quite clean it up. Neither can McCoy, so it's back there for Fraser Tech.
Again.
Comes out to Cook Savage.
Savage.
Finding inside him to Buddy. He tries to kick it. Oh no, Morrinsville has flipped to the ball's gone everywhere. Where's it going, people? Fraser Tech have got it now. Or have they?
Looks like Morrinsville's tied it up there in the back.
I think Morrinsville have tied it up. They're actually being told by a few Morrinsville people that they've got it.
Yeah, here we go. It's driven up the ones here, and they'll be someone's in the box, and they'll be given a penalty.
And if you didn't hear on the live stream, one of the ladies in front of us saying that's definitely their penalty.
Yeah. It's good Morrinsville supporter there, keeping us honest. It's Sweeney again, familiar sight, looking to kick the ball down that touch line, and then you got the wind behind him. Last kick wasn't too great, he failed to miss touch and they handed out, so they're looking to make amends for that one. Sweeney, you can see the flag blowing there in the wind. It's a strong breeze here today, so if you're here from right to left, Morrinsville will be wanting to get this line out quicker from the top. You hit 1 or 2 out, and look to belt that into that corner again and keep driving down towards the old bowling club here in Jenkinson.
Yes, Morrinsville have got it on the 22. Sweeney with some great hands. Intercept possible, but no, it is now going to be Jason Chambers with another snipe and run down the left-hand side. He's doing very well in the second half. Sweeney trying to tidy it up from Morrinsville. It sits there now for them. Davenport has it 12 metres inside Fraser Tech's half.
Morrinsville just need to gather here and hold on. Some good one outs.
Now they run from Filaboy Tole. And now a bit of a wacky do on Tom Pona.
Great defence here. Can't see it from Morrinsville if they can just swing it back here to the left. They've got numbers, but no, put a kick through.
Probably not the right option, but it's ended up back in Morrinsville's hands.
Here they go again. Still got numbers out wide, and
Fraser Tech trying to disrupt that, but illegally leaving their feet is the call from Ben Willerton, who's had a very good game out there in the centre.
Yeah.
Also well done assisting by Nico Fox on our side of the touchline is Andrew Duff on the far side, the assistant referees for today, because you can't have a game of rugby without referees, and generally, unless you get to the right to the top, referees are voluntary.
No, the refs had a good game. Usually if they go unnoticed, you know they've done their job, and they just to say that the game flowed reasonably well, and they definitely wouldn't be able to blame the ref in a game like today. Morrinsville back on attack here. A couple of good passages to play for them to get back right out of their 22, starting with that turnover. Good run out here on the left wing and seen them go across right into the bowling club corner and looked out off the top nicely, looking to drive.
Trying to fire with that, and
Put himself alone.
trying to get in the air. Great call there, Dick, for that. Definitely caught on his own there.
Fraser Tech here have run the ball quickly and he's kicked it out. Maybe not the best start there, but it looks like he's going to...
Oh, he hasn't found touch.
No,
so
they'll clean that up again. They'll look to reset. But, sneaky little run there from the Fraser Tech player.
I might as well get a penalty too.
And he's done it again. Quick, they've gone quick. Sweeney's gone out.
What the time up of the clock is Tremaine coming up towards the 22. Big tackle there on Bryce Cowley.
It's one thing Fraser Tech haven't done today badly, and that's tackle. Been very solid on the hit.
Philavoy Cowley inside the 22.
Fraser Tech's still going well here. Morrinsville forwards just need to get involved here. There's a few of them just a bit guilty of hanging out a bit deep.
As Fraser Tech might have turned this over.
It's a good scrap in there, but it looks like Morrinsville are fighting for it.
No,
could be coming out.
yeah, it's come back to Morrinsville. Now
Numbers
swinging
out
with it.
wide. They can go. Morrinsville
And
up two. Oh,
it's
knocked
not
on.
quite there for Philavoy Cowley.
Well, again, great play from Morrinsville. Held it in the forwards well, a couple of good runners, and then they've just knocked on again out wide, and that seems to be the story of their day. It's the last pass.
Just another reminder about the time you do see on the live stream currently. It is only an estimate. It's not like Sky Sports. It is showing currently time up, but of course always play the referee's whistle. He's the man with it.
Yeah, I think Morrinsville will be looking here, just the one last push before the whistle, and I think they'll be reasonably happy if they can get over the line one more time. Fraser Tech have played well today, and 48-14 probably is representative of how Fraser Tech have gone. Morrinsville will be a bit disappointed with some of their finishing.
And Tech could try and take it all towards the touchline. They do. Flags up. And it's a bit slow pace action happening just there, Nick.
Yeah, you can tell the rapid pace of the game and the frenetic sort of first half is taking its toll on a few of the players now. There's a few heads down and some hands on hips. Morrinsville on attack though. They'll give it one last ditch, and Sweeney's rallying the troops there.
Oh, Iowane's getting his big hand mitts in there and turned it over. It's a knock on.
Fraser Tech out of trouble again.
And still under referee's time.
So this time the Fraser Tech backs are sitting deep, so they might be looking to play the safer game and kick the touch. They'll know there's not much time left. They won't be wanting to do anything silly now. It's the end of the game. They'll be looking forward to a celebration after this, and 200 games is a big day and scored a try, so I'm sure there'll be a few shandies. And then they'll be looking at the results boards from around the Waikato and going over some of the points and seeing where they sit.
No, he's text 36:30, so he doesn't say her too. It says full time, but I think so.
So here we have it.
As it's been kicked dead there from Fraser Tech, and it's all over here. Fraser Tech 48, Morrinsville 14, and words from you there, Nick Shoston, about the match.
Well, it was a good game. I think Morrinsville were in it for a short time. They had a runaway try at the start, which was against the run of play, but they really did struggle with Fraser Tech, and making up those first off tackles probably went off the ruck. They'll look back on the video and they'll talk about the defence, and maybe they'll look at some of those missed opportunities, those last passes in the backs.
36-30. Need to confirm.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, I agree with you, Nick. Morrinsville decision making costing them at very key times there. Score blowout, probably not indicative of how well they played at certain times, but definitely how well Morrinsville played and what they did for Peniasi, Iowane in his 200th, Lansdowne in his 50th. Anyway, my name's Bevin, Jenkinson. Great to have you if you are tuning in. Thanks, Nick, for joining in for comments today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You've done a great job. Joel Scalander doing his excellent work on the camera. Can't rely on the equipment sometimes. And Joel, I'll leave the last words to you. I've got an understanding you have a school line from across the road that is very interesting.
Yes, it looks like, it's unconfirmed, but 36-30, Old Boys over Howtap.
That's Howtap's first loss in a season and a half,
yes.
So that will really shake things up coming into the last 2 weeks. Melville have Fraser Tech have Melville next week away. Currently, that will be the for the Straight Trophy. That'll be the live stream match as well. Also coming to you next week will be the 2020 Gallagher Women's Final. Teams to be confirmed. And Fraser Tech's last game is against Otrahonga, down in Otrahonga, so this was their last home game. Morrinsville, they play University at home next week and then have a bye to finish off. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, folks. It's been great to have you as usual. And tune in next week when we'll have the 2020 Gallagher Women's Final and Fraser Tech versus Melville for the Straight Trophy as well at Collins Road. My name's Bevin Jenkinson on behalf of Nick Shoston and Still Scalander. Goodbye for now. God, I wasn't supposed to carry it on like that. That was good.
Can we get unplug this?
Yep. Yes, you can this week. No, the Maris game, we went standing next to each